This is the video for routine 100 of the Chuck-a-Luck game. It starts out here defining 4 factors. The first one, if the number you select doesn't come up at all, it's set to -1. If your number comes up 1 time, it's a +1, 2 times, +2, and 3 times, a +10. Those are the factors for what you win or lose. Next, there's this routine that calculates a value that it calls first value, second value, and third value. There's 216 possible outcomes. When a particular outcome occurs, you're going to want to know what was the value for the first die, the second die, and the third die, if that outcome occurred. And here we see it sets 36 of them in a row for the first value, but for the second value only 6 in a row, and for the last value it changes for each of the 216 times. Well, let's see what this means. We'll go to execute the application, we'll go to data, and here we have it set to work list. Here it's the first value. We'll click on the first value. Here we see 36 zeros, 36 ones, 36 twos, 3s, 4s, and 5s. The 0 indicates the die was a 1, and the 5 indicates it was a 6. Now we'll return to data and we'll go to the second value. Here we see there's just 6 zeros, 6 ones till we got up to 6 5s, and then that repeats again and again. Now we'll go to the last one, the third value. Here we see they change every time. And if you think about it, that means there's a unique sequence of the 1, 2, and 3 for all the 216 values. Now I've highlighted the following instructions of routine 100. First, it sets the value of L to 0, and then it has 3 nested loops. For I 100 to 600, 100 at a time. J is going to go from 10 to 60, 10 at a time. And K is going to go from 1 to 6, 1 at a time. And in the innermost loop it says it's going to sum and put into the list called digits at offset L the sum of the 3 things starting at I. So that will be I, J, and K. This list called digits is going to show the values of the 3 die. Well, let's go to execute. We'll go to data, turn from there, and we'll go to digits. Here we see 1, 1, 1. Each dice has the value of 1. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, all the way down to the bottom here where it's 6, 6, 6. So these are the 216 values that we're going to use to represent each one of the outcomes. Next, it resets the probability distributions because this is done at the start of a game. It fills 24 values that multi-count with 0. Fills 216 at each count with 0. That's the 216 possibilities. Outcomes, and then it sets the seed to the game number, so each game will have a different seed. That's for the probability distribution. And then it sets equally likely to 216. That's how many possibility of outcomes there are. The total count to 0, and the test total to 4,320. That's the maximum number of tests it's going to do. Well, this is the end of routine 100 for the Chuck-a-Luck game.